What is good, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Foxy. Welcome back to the Fox's Den. Getting into another lovely reaction. We're starting with BLUELOCK. We're not starting, but we're watching BLUELOCK today. Episode 14. Very excited for this. Supposed to watch it on Saturday, but like I said, I was busy with family, so we're getting to it now. And I've been waiting to watch this because every episode since like the second selection started has had me hooked. I mean, I've been hooked since the beginning. But the first selection, I don't know, like the difference between the first selection and the second selection is just crazy in my opinion. Like it's just so much more exciting with this rivalry battle that started and the potential matchups that you can go through with a 2v2, 3v3, 4v. Like I can't imagine how many like teams we're gonna face following ISAGI and Nagi and see how they progress and who they face and who they take down and who they gain. I mean, it's just non-stop action and excitement and anticipation. Like last episode, you know, it was the big, 3v3. It was the first 3v3 match in the whole selection, and basically ISAGI, Nagi, and BAROU was their team of three. And once they got to the stage 3, they saw there was one other team there, and that's literally the top 3. And ISAGI was like, "All right, fuck it. Like, this is risky, but I want to play them, and I want to see where I stand against the top 3." So rightfully so, he did, and they did pretty well. They didn't like get shut out, but they obviously need to work on their skills and take away from that game what they can use to their advantage and how they can improve, because obviously they fell short. I think the final score was 5-2, I think, or maybe 5-3, something around there. But anyways, the top 3 definitely won. And I thought they were going to choose Nagi. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't have, I mentioned that you never know until it actually happens, which I'm glad I did, because truly I did not fucking know. But it just kind of seemed like, since like the second selection started, obviously BAROU and ISAGI were the first ones to come through the first stage of the second selection, and they get to the second stage and they're the first ones there, so obviously they're going to team up. It's like, all right, this is a recognized duo. They've had a great fucking build up of character development and a bond through the first selection, as well as the rest of Team Z, but mainly them two, because they've been kind of together and like bouncing off of each other since the very beginning. So they're definitely a known duo. And so I just thought, okay, well, they're probably going to continue with this duo ship or whatever throughout this second selection. And boy, was I fucking wrong, because I thought they were going to choose Nagi because of that fact of them being a duo. But nah, it was the complete opposite. They chose BAROU because BAROU is such a good support player and is able to create plays and has really good passing, really good dribbling. So it makes sense, because it would make that top 3 team even better. So I can't see them losing now. I think they're going to go all the way to the end and get to the 5v5. So I'm curious if we'll catch up with some other people, and including BAROU and that team that he's on now, Reen, Adiu, and I can't remember his name. I think it starts with a T. I can't remember, but the number 3 guy. I have a feeling they're gonna do really well and get all the way to the 5v5. So I'll be curious if we see more of him, and maybe see like how another like their 4v4 game goes, or I wouldn't be surprised if we stick with ISAGI and Nagi the whole time, since they're starting from the bottom and have to work their way all the way up, and we're gonna see more people that they play against, obviously, because it's do or die. You got to win this 2v2, and once you win the 2v2, you get to pick a player off of that 2v2 team. And then once you get that 3-man, you have to play a 3v3 again, and then so on and so forth. So there's going to be more and more faces coming into play on who they're playing against and who they gain and who falls short and is disqualified and whatnot. Like, it's just action-packed, and there's so much anticipation that I'm loving this so much. So the second selection is lit, bro. I am loving this. But yeah, that was pretty much all that happened last episode. It was basically just the top 3 versus ISAGI's team in the 3v3. ISAGI team lost, and then they took BAROU, so now it's just Nagi and ISAGI that have to work all the way up from 2v2 all the way to 5v5. So yeah, like I said, very, very excited to see who they play, the faces that come through the 2v2s and the 3v3s, and I'm just so excited to see how this all plays out. Like this concept is just so exciting. So yeah, I think that's about it. I'm gonna get into it. If you guys enjoyed the reaction, please leave a like down below, comment, and subscribe if you're new. There's plenty more on the way. Let's get it, baby. The Geniuses and the Average Joes. Okay, what an episode title. See ya. Damn, yo, I was not expecting that. That is so lit. Butcher's like, man, yeah, see, I wanted to be on Isagi's team to the end, but oh well, rules are rules. I'm not waiting for you. I'm going forward, baby. Let's go. It's time for you to play even harder. Learn even more. Evolve more. Use your ego more. Everything. Oh my god, this is so lit. Right into the intro. Did they play this opening the last episode? Because this is obviously new, but I just can't remember if I've already seen it or not. These are some fire visuals. I fuck with this opening. Woohoo! Let's go, baby. Okay, alright, that's lit. I can't remember if I've seen that already or not in the last episode, but hey, that's a fire opening. I fuck with it. Yeah, obviously, since you are the first ones to play a 3v3 too. He's definitely feeling the pressure, like, man, fuck, if we lose this, like, one of us is going to lose, and it's probably going to be, yeah, he's already thinking that he won't get chosen if they lose. But see, you're thinking too far into the future. Yeah, damn right. Stop being a negative Nancy. This is not what we need right now. If y'all want to win, this is not the type of behavior y'all want to be fucking doing right before you get into a game. He said he's moving on. Come on, you gotta go. Yeah, you gotta figure it out, man, and I know you can. Minimum. That's the minimum requirement. Yeah, obviously he blames it on his team. Yeah, I mean, he's the top scorer in terms of the whole fucking group in the building, but that excludes the top three, because, like I said, I still want to know how the fuck they got into the mix of this, because they weren't on any of those teams. We playing the king next? Oh, shit! Ah, okay, so they need to rest regardless. He's on the team with BAROU? Shit, if you say that, then Isagi's gonna do the same damn thing. He ain't gonna run either. Because he's gonna start. I mean, obviously you guys have a 24-hour break, so you're gonna have time to think about it. Maybe think about some things that you need to do or do differently. It's almost like a jail. Oh, so you can do that whenever you want. Yeah, okay, that makes sense actually. I haven't really thought about that yet. They have to receive a pass to even be able to use that. Like, that's crazy. That's a good fucking question. I hope you figure it out soon, because I can't really think of shit right now. Nagi's knocking. Tired as fuck. Motherfuckers are stressing. That dude was like looking down, didn't even want to eat his food. His friends trying to console him, like, "Don't worry, man. You're not gonna, you're not gonna lose. Like, don't worry about it." But also, you're gonna have to choose somebody, yeah, that's not that crazy good. I think you guys might as well just play fucking BAROU and your old teammate. But if that is the case and they win, they're obviously gonna choose BAROU, and then his old teammate. Sorry, bud, disqualified. That's right, he did find a clue to his formula and whatnot in a 1v1 against BAROU the last time, before they even moved to this selection. Damn, so he's trying to bring him down to his level, and I'm sure ISAGI doesn't fuck with that. Oh, he's already come out with it. His ego's starting to fluster. He's like, alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you straight up. I obviously don't want you, I want Nagi, if we play against you. Damn, okay. We got our matchup, baby. When the fuck is it gonna take place, though? Is a good question. Because it seems like he still hasn't really kind of figured out what the fuck he wants to do in terms of a 1v1 and how to make use of his weapon in a 1v1. Yeah, this is gonna be a completely different vibe too, because it's not a 3v3, it's a 2v2. It's gonna be even smaller of a game. Wow, he's number 18 too? Isn't ISAGI number 15? Does he even know that he's higher than him, or is he not higher than him? I swear ISAGI's like 15 or some shit. I'm really surprised that he stepped up like that and challenged him and put forth his thoughts towards ISAGI like that. But hey, that's the ego that we're talking about, right? That comes forth. You had all that confidence against ISAGI because you're trying to bring ISAGI down to your level because y'all are the same or whatever. Like, you're not as strong as Nagi or BAROU. But then you're just listening to BAROU like you're his servant or something. It's time, baby. We're barely gonna get into this game though, and then the episode's gonna end. I can already feel it, bro. Did you practice kneeling? Yo, I like this. Nagi talking mad shit. What is that? Does he have like a book in his pocket? Stole it like it was nothing? Yeah, he's continually practicing, so he keeps on increasing his range. He keeps on improving his... Yeah, everybody's evolving in here. What are we gonna find? Come on. I'm ready for you to find your individual formula, I guess, because you have the formula that you've come up with before, but how can you use it on your own? I really want to know, because if he finds that out, he's fucking disgusting. Oh, he's already figured it out? Oh, so don't pause, just keep moving. Reproductible, baby. That's what we need. Oh, nah. See, yeah, nah. Nagi's actually insane because of how quick he keeps on learning and evolving. Isuki's doing the same thing, but Isuki's been playing his whole fucking life. Maybe BAROU as well. Nagi's been playing for 6 months and he already figured out a good formula against BAROU. I don't know. Isuki's old teammate Narumiya or whatever his name is. Naruhaya. That guy. I don't know, he's giving me sus vibes right now. Like, I don't know why they keep showing him, like, kind of like, they showed him in the back right there, and then also, like, they showed him, like, what was in his pocket, like this little book or something. Is that, I don't know why it's like rubbing me the wrong way. There we go, there we go. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about, baby. All right, we figured out Nagi's. Let's go. We're up 2-1. It's not over yet, though. We need to figure your shit out. What the fuck is your fucking formula for your one-on-ones? Because you have pissed him off now. The king is pissed. Tied up already. So you can't let your fucking guard down. Oh, you're gonna fucking antagonize it. You're instigating like a motherfucker, bro. He's about to... Nah, this is exactly what he needs. He keeps on instigating and instigating. Yo, nah, this is gonna piss him off to the point where he's gonna be forced to find his one-on-one formula. Oh, so that's where the title comes from. The geniuses and the average Joes. Wow. Isagi and Naruhaya are the average Joes. Nah, yo. What the fuck just happened there? Bro, Isagi, come on, you gotta get a grip, bro. Come on, dude. Oh, right into the fucking additional time. Tokimitsu, that's his name. Oh my god, bro. Of course. They haven't hung out with Bachiri yet, but this is a completely normal thing for him. What the fuck, dude? Okay. Yo. Bro, you're not normal either. Yeah, exactly. I like how Aru right there was like trying to cover up Bachiro with his like fucking arm. Oh shit, dude. That was funny. Damn, bro, what an episode, man. Isuki needs to get a grip though, bro. He will. He will. Alrighty, guys. What another amazing episode of Blue Lock. That was just absolutely amazing. So we see pretty much in the beginning of the episode just like what it's like to lose a 3v3 and then going back to the second stage and like where you actually end up at. And sure enough, Isagi and Nagi are the first ones to get there because they're the first ones to lose a 3v3. And then lo and behold, the second ones to come through is BAROU and Isagi's old teammate Naruhaya, which, man, has he fucking stepped up in terms of his personality and his ego, because he came right out to Isagi and started challenging him halfway through the episode. But basically, we're seeing the theme of right now of what they're trying to figure out. Isagi and Nagi, obviously they were arguing a lot in the beginning of the episode, and Isagi was feeling really doubtful, really in a position of like hopelessness, because obviously it's now down to just him and Nagi, and whoever they play next, they have to win. And if they don't win, which is a lot of pressure, right? It's a lot of pressure if you don't win. if you don't win, he's already thinking the worst case scenario where they're going to pick Nagi, which is probably true because Nagi is, as you can see, evolving quickly, really quickly. I mean, he's only been playing for 6 months. He's a prodigy. He's a genius, as you would say, you know, according to the title. You know, but Isagi has his own weapon, and he's a very good player. He's just more on the, I feel like, the slower curve of figuring out what he can do on his own, or what can he do in general, because the whole first selection was figuring out his weapon in the first place. And now he's still evolving that weapon, but that weapon that he's figured out in the first run of things is only good whenever you're receiving a pass. The awareness of the field, that's good all the time. Cool. But the awareness and then combined with your direct shot, that relies heavily on someone passing to you, which is very hard to do in a small setting games like these are, because usually it's an 11 on 11. But right now it's like 2v2, 3v3, 4v4. Like, these are very small comparisons to an 11 on 11, bro. Like, this is very small. So they figured out that they're focusing more on an individual skill in these games, and that's what they're testing right now in this selection. So that's where Isagi and Nagi are trying to figure out, okay, well, both of our weapons are pretty much used to receive passes in a way, because Isagi's direct shot, he gets a pass, doesn't even let it land, just directly shoots it. You need a pass for that. Nagi, on the other hand, he has really good ball control, but that's where he receives a pass, because like he received a pass from Rayo all the time, like when we saw like in their game Team Z versus Team V, he literally jumped up in the air and like slowly like controlled the ball effortlessly, like caught it and like brought it down and whatnot. That's his great like skill, but you have to receive a pass from that. So this was the whole theme this episode, is they're trying to figure out like how can we make our weapons suitable and still reproducible in a one-on-one situation. Which is very interesting, because I never really thought about it until they mentioned it. It's like, oh yeah, both of their weapons are like that. Like, you do need to receive a pass for it to really reach its full capability and be used in efficiently. So it was really interesting that they actually brought that up, because I was like, shit, I didn't even think of that. So they're going through the motions. They're trying to think about what they're doing. They get some rest for 24 hours, because after that, it seems through each stage you have to have at least, 24 hours of rest. So they, because like Isagi was ready, like he was like, nah, fuck rest. Like, we can't rest right now. Everything's on the line right now. Like, his emotions are high. He's feeling doubtful. He's feeling the hopelessness of maybe being disqualified, because he knows he's not going to be picked. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they enforce the 24 hours of rest, because like you haven't eaten, you're tired as fuck, and your emotions are high. So take some rest, get some food, think things over, be ready for the matchup, and have an actual good recentered state of mind. Because obviously he wanted it to go right back in, or he was still hyped up, like, we can't rest, like, no, fuck that, like, everything's on the line right now, like, I'm gonna get disqualified, like I'm saying, like, tension's high. So it's good that he got that rest, got some food, they thought some things over, and then they were able to practice a little bit more too, and individually, and then also just Nagi and Isagi trying to think of whatever they could do. And then in the middle of Isagi's individual training, that's when Naruhaya comes and basically confronts him like, oh yeah, we want Nagi, and like we feel like, and then right at the end of the episode he's like, oh, we feel like we could win because we feel like we can beat you. Which is just a huge kick in the face. It's fucking really instigating. And that's, I feel like, most of Naruhaya's personality, now that I'm seeing, or at least with his ego starting to evolve, is like he likes to instigate like a motherfucker. And that's exactly what he did at the end of the last episode, is because he's instigating Isagi, saying, oh yeah, we can definitely beat you. So that gets under his skin, and that might hype him up soon in the next episode, before we finish this game, because obviously I feel like they win this. And then Naruhaya is going to get disqualified, if I had to guess. That instigation is going to be a double-edged sword, because right now it has Isagi kind of doubtful, and like he's like, damn, I can't even beat Naruhaya, like I'm ass. But nah, he's going to realize eventually like what his weapon is for his one-on-one situations and how he can reproduce goals. He's going to realize it eventually, and whether it's thanks to that instigation or just he's in this game long enough to where he finally figures it out, it's just a matter of time, honestly. So right now things are looking a little low in terms of Isagi's mental. He's like, damn, I can't even beat my old teammate who's like apparently like we're in the same boat, you know, average Joes, whatever you want to call it. So he, you know, he's feeling very, very down right now, or just like kind of like down in the dumps, like hopeless, like, you know, it's unsure of whether he's going to actually win this game, and he's feeling the pressure, especially after that last play, because King BAROU, you know, he's such a cocky motherfucker. He's really confident in his abilities, and he performs well, obviously, because he was the top scorer in the first selection, and he scores a shit ton of goals consistently. He has since he fucking joined up in BLUELOCK, and he already knows like what he's capable of, and he keeps on improving and evolving just like everybody else in BLUELOCK, because they're like, oh yeah, his range is 27 meters. First fucking goal that he makes, he's like from like 28, 29 meters. It's like, okay, yeah, just like you and Nagi and everybody else in this, you know, program, everyone is evolving and getting better day by day, or game by game. So that just makes sense. But he was not expecting BAROU to pass to Naruhaya, and that's where he remembered Naruhaya's, like, I guess, weapon is like getting behind enemy lines, or like getting somewhere where they don't expect you behind the defensive line or whatever, and being able to take that to his advantage and potentially score. We saw him shoot right there, which I'm assuming they're going to make that goal. So it's probably, I think the score is about to be 3-2, them up. Or maybe they already 3-2, that's about to be 4-2. I don't know. If that's about to be 4-2, then shit. You better figure that shit out quick next episode. But yeah, I feel like that's why Isagi's starting to feel like really like hopeless. Like, damn, like I can't even beat Naruhaya. Like he's using his like, you know, he's actually got King BAROU passing to him and making a play. Even though King BAROU was like, yo, bring it right back, bro. Like he passed it up, and then he's like, pass it back. And then Naruhaya was like, nah, I got this. But it didn't show the ball going in, so maybe he actually misses or the goalie blocks it. That would be hilarious if they tease us like that with all that anticipation and like, you know, kind of like crazy ego animation, and then he doesn't even make it. That would be so funny. But yeah, Isagi is still, you know, just kind of like hopeless, and I'm feeling he's gonna, next episode, I feel like find what he needs to find for his reproducibility and formula for his one-on-one situations, because Nagi found it pretty quickly. And this is what's crazy, is like, you know, this episode, the geniuses and the average Joes being Isagi and Naruhaya, and then Nagi and BAROU being the geniuses, because BAROU is just so consistent all the time, and he keeps on improving. And then Nagi, he's the amount, or the acceleration that he improves at is just astounding, because he's only been playing soccer for 6 months, and then they were still kind of clueless going into the game, like, what are we going to do to be able to stop BAROU? And Isagi's like, you know, we're just not going to, I mean, it's a gamble, but we're going to have to just go in there and see, like, once we start playing him, that's the best way, which is very risky, but it's like the best option that you really got. And then sure enough, Nagi, you know, I think he got a pass from Isagi, or he was able to, I think the first play he was able to make, was it the first play? Was it the first goal he made? I think it was either the first or second goal. I can't remember that he made, but basically he already figured out his like one-on-one scenario to like add on to his formula and make it so he can reproduce goals. And basically what he realized is like how he can keep moving with the ball and get past people instead of pausing and then going, which is how King BAROU intercepted and stole the ball the very first play. So Nagi realized, like, okay, I need to keep moving. I need to make sure I don't pause so he doesn't have a chance to steal it. And that's where he can use his, you know, kind of interesting dribbling moves, or, you know, just like instinctive crazy shit, which now he at first it was instinctive in the game against Isagi's team and Team Z. But now that he knows about it, he's using it to his advantage. So like in the game against Isagi, he used his back to literally basically pass the ball over Isagi's head and then do a quick 180 and keep moving. In this one, he was in front of King BAROU, where Isagi passed it into some open space past Naruhaya. BAROU was on Nagi's ass, so Nagi just gets up to the ball, doesn't stop moving, so he doesn't pause this time, and he does that interesting one touch where it really looked like his leg was almost broken, if I'm being honest, but he kind of passes it a little bit past King BAROU. I guess kind of like over his shoulder is what it looked like, if I remember correctly, and he's able to get past him doing that and then score the goal. Like, Bro, he's I mean, that is some genius shit. You started playing 6 months ago, and then also you figure out the hurdle that you needed to get past this quickly. While ISAGI, he's still struggling. He doesn't know what he needs to do yet to make his weapon or his formula efficient in a one-on-one situation. So I'm very excited to see how he actually does that and what he comes across in the next episode, because I can't see them losing. Obviously, he's the main character, and they're definitely putting Naruhaya on the chopping block, as you can tell. And then it looks like they're probably going to pick up King BAROU, which is gonna be a fire team. ISAGI, BAROU, and fucking Nagi, bro. That's wild. That's a crazy 3-stack right there. But damn, think about the matchups that are going to come out of that. Like, you know, who they play in that 3v3 and then pick off. Like, dude, this is what I'm talking about. I can't help myself but anticipate what the hell's coming. It's just so exciting. But yeah, very excited to see where he goes, and hopefully figures it out. I'm sure he'll, you know, eventually figure it out next episode and see what it all entails and what the actual deal is. Because once he figures that out, I mean, I feel like he's going to be on another level, because, you know, he keeps on leveling up, but the farthest level up that he's gotten is still thanks to just, you know, teamwork, and like he has to receive a pass. So now that he's going to have this, where he's going to be able to reproduce goals on a one-on-one situation, I feel like he's going to get to another level where he can hold his own against people like Nagi, BAROU, Rin, you know, Aryu, Kunogami, Shigiri. Like, I feel like he's going to be able to hold his own, like, one-on-one in situations like that after this. So I just can't wait to see what it actually is, and him finding the answer. That's what I'm excited for. Amazing episode. That's going to do it for me, though. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like down below, comment, and subscribe if you're new. There's plenty more on the way, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Be ready for Tokyo Revengers tomorrow. I'll see y'all there. Deuces.